Hello everyone, this is Chris with PeaceOmind, and I'm starting a new series. I was looking through my idea book the other day, and it's getting kind of big and full of ideas, and I thought I would call this series Little Bits. And what it is it's just going to be little bits of ephemera that I make out of various things that I've either developed and designed myself or seen on other people's channels, and I'll try to give credit when I can remember where I saw the idea. And actually this one I just saw here recently, and it was on a woman's site called Camilla Crafts Designs. Okay, and there it's spelled for you in case you need to take a screenshot or whatever. And she called hers button clusters. And what I'm using is just some old pieces of, not old, but actually some of these fabrics I've had for quite a number of years. Pieces of, small pieces of fabrics, so you can use scraps. And then I'm making little clusters out of them. And then at the end, I have these. She had some butterfly buttons that she used, and hers were the same as this. They were like wooden painted buttons, but hers were a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to use the smaller ones because that's what I have. And then I've also got some other type of buttons here. Going to try some of those. So basically, what you need is you just need some pieces of fabric that you can layer up, and you can cut these into smaller pieces. I usually clip it at first and then tear it because I like the raw edges of it. Go, and I could cut this down further if I wanted to. I could put something, let me kind of stack these more over here onto the side so that you can see this better. And then you might select this one to go on top. Maybe put a small piece of lace. This is cut yardage lace, but you could also use ribbon lace as well. And just kind of stack them up how you want them. Let's see. Can I put a piece, maybe like peeking under here, maybe. This might be a little bit too big, but just get it to how you like it, the size that you want it. You might want it smaller or bigger than that. Just depends on your own taste. And then what you're going to do is you're going to select a button of some kind to put in the center, or it doesn't have to be in the center. Let's see, what color do we want here? Make sure it shows up. That's a little bit, you don't really want pink on there. Got pretty blue. Didn't quite go on there either. That's a see-through button. Why don't I try this one? It's a nice, seems to be a nice color. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that down, making sure that when I go through the button that it gets through all the different layers. You can also glue down these layers if you wanted to with a little bit of glue stick. If you were going to say we're going to make just a whole bunch of these and then later on sew the buttons on, it would be a good idea to take this and layer it up using just a little bit of glue here will work. And try not to put it on the center so that it's not entirely where the button's going to be sewn on. But then that's good. That won't fall apart before I get it. Maybe I'll be watching TV or something and sewing down the buttons. Okay, these are fun, just fun to do. Just kind of a very relaxing. Okay, and I threaded my needle already. I'm using a you can use any color thread you want. I'm using kind of an ecru color that goes with everything. And I'm going to sew it down using this button that's here. Come up. And you can sew it down as many times as you want. I think I'll do this button has 4 holes, so I think I'll do the cross thing, the X way. Oops. Actually, I came up the same one, so I'm just going to do another one in there. Okay. I do still have my, until the end of February, I have my giveaway going on, and you might be able to still get in on it for the first few days that this video will show, but it will end at the end of February, so you know that. It's a little bit hard sometimes to get this right in the hole of the button. I'm going to try here, and then just in case, probably a good idea that this won't show on the back. There I have a little bit of a tangle there. I don't think that'll matter. But what the woman that was doing it, what she did was she came out in the back of the button the last time, and then she wrapped the thread around the button 3 or 4 times, and she cut right near it, and then put a tiny bit of her white glue right there by the, I'll bring this up, hopefully you can see it. And a little bit of the glue right there. Back on itself. There, and you have a tiny, or a kind of a medium-sized cluster, not real small. For along the side of a page, so on. This is a little bit straight for me, so I'm going to try to see if I can cut it a little more ragged. There we go. That's a little bit better. So it's kind of more in a square shape. If you have any ideas for this series that you would like to see me do as far as projects, just leave me a note in the comment below. One lady has already suggested that I do the butterflies that I showed you, the 3-dimensional butterflies. This idea, which that will be coming up. I'm also going to show you how to make these little butterflies out of fabric strips. And these will look great on actually these would look great on one of these, also one of these fabric snippets. Okay, so I have that one done. Now we just keep building up, you know, just keep taking your I kind of like this one. I don't think I can tear it on that bias very well. This one kind of has a triangle shape. That's okay, that works. I do kind of like this. I think I'll put that there also. And then I'm trying to get a color that kind of goes with it. So like this color. Let's see if I can cut this down just a bit. And what you can do is you can save these little cut-off snippets in a baggie. If you don't use them all in a one session of making this, just save them in a little baggie. Okay, take out a bit of this lace. Usually when I cut this, in order to get it ragged, I just kind of take my scissors and I pull it. Rather than cut it, I just kind of put my scissors there and then pull it against the scissors to get kind of more of a ragged edge. I hope y'all are doing well. This is a really cold day here, and it's going to be cold for a couple of days. It's like 5 with a minus wind chill. Okay, let's see what kind of, maybe I'll try butterfly in this one. I want a pink one to go there. I think that looks nice. Okay, and I've got my needle threaded. Start in the back. Now another thing you can do if you don't want the knot to show on the back is you can go down through where the button is going to cover over it on this top part. You can see the knot there, and then I'll put the little button over the top. Now this button just has the one, excuse me, this has the one hole at the top. So I'll just adhere it using the one hole at the top, and then I may use a little bit of glue underneath the button. Okay, another way to hide your thread is to go just underneath, tack it, and then you make a little knot, but then just run it under, maybe just like under that first layer of fabric so that it doesn't show on the top. So that kind of buries that thread in there so that you can clip it off right at the edge there, and the tail of it is inside the fabric where it doesn't show. Okay, and we can add a little bit of, excuse me, and we have our art glitter glue. I'm going to add a little bit of our glitter glue to the bottom part of this butterfly. Looks like I'm going to have to I have a little clog here in my glue, so I'm taking a pin. Okay, and I can also, if I want, just put a little bit of glue here and there to hold down the edges. Okay. It turned out cute. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Here we have a piece of blue fabric. I think I'll sit down. Cut a little piece of fabric there, and they don't all have to be square. They can be rectangle. They can be, you know, in really any size you want. And on this, actually on this fabric, I think I like the lighter side better. It's kind of a canvas fabric. That's why I'm kind of unraveling it a bit. And everything doesn't have to fit, you know, like right on like that. You can turn it to give it a little bit more variety. Let's see. I do like these blue buttons. Let's see. This one? Yeah, that's pretty. Go use that one. And once again, I'm going to go through the front to kind of hide my knot under that butterfly. Then I'm going to come up. Oops. Okay, no harm done. I'll just come up through the hole. Back down. Now, I will, like I said, I will be doing these little, I'm going to call them little bits. These little bits with showing you some ephemera. And I'll switch back and forth. I'll do some slow stitch videos. Then I might do some journal videos. And then every once in a while, I'll throw in one of these little ones. And they'll also be short. They'll be about 20 minutes or so. Okay. Got my knot. Then I'm going to just kind of bury it in this very first one here. And clip it off very close. Okay, and I'll use a little bit of glue on here. These are just fun things to do with buttons. If you need more things to do with buttons, you can, and I'll link it. I have a video called Agnes's Buttons, and it's all about buttons that I received from my friend next door who passed away at 104, and she left me her button boxes, I should say. I've got several boxes of them. And I've been using them ever since. So, there we go. Some little fabric and button clusters. Thanks for watching today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Leave a comment. Give me a like if you can. Thank you. Peace of mind.